Hey, it's a brand new day on Gillum Farms, and I am Johnny. And what I'm doing today is I've got several things going on today. It's been 20 days since I fertilized the hayfield, so my first stop is to go out there and check on that hayfield and see how the growth is. Now, everything that I do is in Cherokee County, Oklahoma. If you see videos, no matter what it is, I'm somewhere in Cherokee County, Oklahoma, doing those videos. And so, but I have to run all over the county for all of the different things that I have to do. The camper is in one part of the county, the cattle are in another part of the county, the house in another part of the county, house and the chickens in the garden and all that. And then we've got where the hayfield is, which is another part of the county. So I'm kind of making loops all the time around Cherokee County. But it has been a few days. I haven't seen the cattle at this point in 4 days. And it is, I believe, the 25th of July. So anyway, oh yeah, folks, check your mail. You never know. So, yep, Oklahoma Santa Claus might pay a visit. You never know. So anyway, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to check on this hayfield. I'm going to go and do a couple of things, little errands I got to do in town, and then I'm going to head on out to the cattle. I'm going to do a big move on them. This move is important because it's the move that's putting them back in a pond paddock after them being out of it for quite a while. So there ought to be a lot of grass in there for them. And they'll be in there until after I get all of the hay moved off the hayfield and back to the property. I know I should have already had it moved. I had plans to already have it moved, but something always seemed to come up. You know how that works. So anyway, my plan is to get that thing, the hay area ready for all the hay that I'm bringing in and just doing work. So anyway, follow along and we'll get this stuff done. Alright folks, I just wanted to talk about a little fun fact here. Alright, over here in northeastern Oklahoma where we live in a pretty touristy area of the state. We have the Illinois River, which is a big floating river. A lot of people like to take float trips along this river, and there's a lot of float trip businesses along this river. And I'm driving kind of along this river right now, but I'll kind of show you a little bit of it. Now this is a slow section of river, but there are some much faster sections, and there's a float place just right up here on the left. And this is like the last stretch to bring your kayak or raft or whatever into their float place. But this is just one of them right over here. I believe it's let's see, All American Floats. And this is Monday. So this is their customer base on Monday. On weekends you can't even get in here. But anyway, I just thought that might be a fun little fact for you. And I'm going to turn left right here, and I'm going to be going over a bridge, and it will actually show some of the river as well. If I can get across here without getting run over. Alright, there's a river over here. This is one fork of there's another fork of the river right there. Really pretty river. And then there's another little fork of it right there. But anyway, that's just part of it. And I'll be going across another place down here that I'll video here in a second. It's called Barren Fork Creek. Alright, here's that other pretty little creek that I was telling you about up here in northeastern Oklahoma. And this one right here is Barren Fork. It's a beautiful little stream. Beautiful little stream. Nobody here right now. Pretty odd. Anyway, let me go over here to the hay field and check it out. All right, folks. We are 20 days in on our grass on the hay field. And the grass is so much thicker than it's ever been. It's not super tall yet, but it's coming up. So there's a lot of different grasses in here. There's a lot of Bermuda over in this little area over here where I'm at. You can see the Bermuda down in here. This little stuff right here, that's Bermuda grass. And there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of Bermuda out here. There's a lot of just all kind of grass. There's some Johnson grass. There's a little bit of fescue, not a lot. More Johnson grass here behind me. This is getting thick, and we expect somewhat of a decent cutting off of it, hopefully. It's had some rain, now it's going to have some heat, and that's going to cause it to grow. So hopefully we get what we want out of it. We spend enough on it to get what we want out of it. So anyway, let me move on. Let's do something else now. All right, I made it out here to the farm where the cattle are, and it is a hot one, folks. It is hot today. I haven't seen these cows in 4 days now. Went by the post office, dropped off some packages and things like that, and I'm gonna go in here and look at I'm gonna see what the temperature is right now. It may not be as hot as I think it is, but pretty warm. Let me check the weather channel here. All right, it says it's 93, feels like 97 feels like 107. So 97 feels like 107, and it certainly does. So anyway, what I've got on my agenda, because I didn't get around here early like I should have, is I'm going to move all these cattle to a lot better grass. They're all up here. They're like, you know, this grass right here is, you know, it's been good, but you know, it's time to move. So let's move them. All right, I'm in the truck. Sug, come on. I know what's happening. Sug, come on. All right, they're coming. Here they come. All right. Now if I can just keep them following me. Take them into this next paddock. Sug, come on. Sug, come on. Come on, cow. All right, they're starting to. Come on. Here they come. Yeah, they're coming now. They're So, come on, come on. Let me bump this gate open a little bit. Boop. There we go. We are in here. All right, bringing the cattle in. Hopefully we get them all. Lots of nice grass in here for them. They should be excited to be in here. Oh yeah. I'll turn around here so I can get some video. Yeah, look at this grass here, folks. Look at them. They can't even hardly get through the gate. They're already on it. Calves are in. Everybody's got plenty to eat. All right. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, here we go. 16. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I swear, folks, I absolutely cannot count. But anyway, there's 18 of them in here. All right. Well, this is just one part of what I needed to do today. I need to bring them in here and make sure that everybody's all good, and then I'm going to go over and start working on the cattle where actually the hay holding area. So that's what I'm going to do next. Picked a bad day to do it. It's hot, but I think I'm going to start hauling tomorrow. If everything goes right, I'm going to start hauling hay tomorrow. So anyway, all right. All right, it is hot, folks, and I know I've already mentioned that already. At one time I got asked, I think it was Alaska Bill asked me, Last Frontier Homestead, he asked me, he said, why don't you just leave all of the paddocks wide open and the cattle can go where they want to eat? Well, this is the reason why. I've got them in here in the pond paddock right now, and they have super high quality forage to go through in here. While they're depleting this, while they're eating this down, those other two paddocks over there are actually growing and getting better and better. So if you leave them all over the entire place, it's hard to explain, but they'll go around and they'll eat all of the good out of every area, and then they won't want to eat the rest. So if you leave them long enough in a paddock, they'll eat the rest, and then you can move them to one that has, just like this one. This one is amazing. Almost wish I had a cross fence across this one to make them eat this one twice. But they will be in here eating, and they'll be doing real good and everything, and then I'll move them to another paddock. It just keeps them on the highest quality forage all of the time, because no matter how big the field is, if you ever go anywhere where they're raising cattle, if they've got a huge field and they've got, several cows out there, like what the land will support, or what they say the land will support, you'll notice all of the field is eaten down, and there'll be a lot more weeds in it. But if you go somewhere where they rotational graze, you'll see a lot less weeds, a lot more grass. Each paddock will be eaten down at its own rate. I put them on paddocks as they can support. Like this one can support a lot right now. I'll put them on another paddock, and they'll be in there. The transition paddock, they don't get a lot out of that one. There's not a lot of, it's a 3 or 4 day deal at the most. The Mean Girls paddock, they've been in there for about 2 weeks now at this point. This paddock right here that I just put them in the pond paddock, they can probably be in here for, looking at the grass and everything, if we continue to get some rains and stuff like that, they can probably be in here for a month. And you can only imagine what the Mean Girls paddock will look like in a month with no cattle on it. It'll be amazing. So that's the reason. But right now they're all out here and happy. They're just browsing and grazing away and enjoying themselves. Got one over there that's swimming right now. She's decided she wanted to go swimming, so that's where she went. And that's another reason to put them over in here, because they really like to swim in that pond right there. So anyway, I'm going to sit here for a little bit, watch the cattle, and hopefully I know it's not going to cool off, but here in a little bit I'm going to have to go up there and start moving some of that hay around. So just follow along and we'll get this taken care of. All right, and because I cannot help myself, I'm going to put a camera right here. So we'll see if this fits around the tree. It may and it may not. That's a pretty good stretch. All right, I think that's going to work. Real good signal, all 4 bars. All right, turn it on. All right, right there. All right. We will see what comes to that here. Contact. up enough. Alright, let's go move this hay real quick. Got into over to my brother, so I'm going to take it over to his house and leave it, and he can feed it as he wants to. It's just falling apart. Hopefully I get there with it. Anyway, what's going on right now? Alright, I noticed this wheel wasn't turning. Need some grease. Yep, it makes for a bad brush hogging experience right there. Needs grease. Alright, I'll grease that next trip because I think my grease gun's over at the other house. Alright, what a day. Got all that hay moved. I determined that I really need my bulldozer over there. I was going to cut those trees down that were inside the hay enclosure, but the problem is I was thinking I won't be able to get those stumps as low as I want, and there'll be just something to pop a tire whenever I'm in there, or cause a tire to run off a bead, or turning and stuff like that, because I do brush hog that inside there and everything else. So I thought, let's bring the dozer over and do it. So I'm going to bring the dozer over probably, I imagine, next week, in order to get that all cleaned up. But tomorrow is hay hauling day, so look for that coming right up. Me and my brother are going to haul those 56 bale of hay over here to the farm. So anyway, if you like this type of video, like and subscribe. We'll continue to bring more content in the future. And as always, everybody, God bless.